Let me ask you something. How many times today did you sit down to work, only to realize you were already distracted? Maybe it was your phone buzzing. Maybe a random thought. Maybe you opened your laptop, stared at the screen, and suddenly remembered you needed to clean your desk, check your email, or look up some random thing on Google. I've been there too. That feeling where your brain knows what you're supposed to be doing, but it keeps slipping away. And every tiny interruption breaks your momentum just a little more, until the whole session is gone, and then, at the end of the day, you say that painful line to yourself, "I had the time, but I didn't have the focus." It's frustrating. It's discouraging. And worst of all, it makes you feel like you're failing at something everyone else seems to handle easily. But here's the good news. Your focus isn't broken. You're just using the wrong approach. In this video, we're going to talk about a simple method straight out of Harvard research that can literally rebuild your ability to concentrate in just 20 minutes at a time. It's often called the Harvard 20-minute rule, and it works because it trains your mind to enter a state of deep focus without fighting against willpower. By the end of this video, you're going to know 3 things: how the Harvard 20-minute rule actually works, how to apply it to any task: studying, reading, working, even chores, how to avoid the most common mistakes that cause people to quit or fail at it. And once you start using it consistently, focus becomes something you grow, not something you chase. So let's jump in. Before we get into the steps, let's clarify the idea. A Harvard psychology study found something interesting. When people commit to working on a task for just 20 minutes, their resistance to starting drops dramatically and their chances of staying focused increase. Why only 20 minutes? Because your brain has a startup cost. Beginning a task is the hardest part, not continuing it. Once you break through that first 20 minutes, something cool happens. Your brain switches from avoidance to engagement. It goes from, "I don't want to do this," to, "I'm already doing it. Might as well keep going." So the rule is simple. Sit down and work for 20 distraction-free minutes. No pressure. No perfection. Just start. But of course, that raises the real question. How do you actually get yourself to do those 20 minutes? That's where the system comes in. Here's the first part. To use the Harvard 20-minute rule effectively, you need something I call a start-only ritual. This is a tiny routine that signals to your brain, we're switching into focus mode now. It could be as simple as putting on noise-canceling headphones, opening your notebook to a blank page, clearing your desk for 30 seconds, setting a 20-minute timer, or taking one deep breath before you begin. That's it. Don't think about the whole task. Don't think about finishing. Just perform the tiny ritual and begin the 20 minutes. When I started using this myself, my ritual was literally close my door, give sit, give start the timer. 3 seconds. And somehow it flipped the switch every time. Think of it like a pre-game warm-up for your brain. You're easing into the work, not forcing yourself into it. Next step. Once the 20 minutes begins, there is one rule. Only do the task you chose, nothing else. No switching. No browsing. No glancing at your phone. Not even quickly checking something. This is called singular focus mode, and it's the heart of the method. Because here's the reality. Distraction isn't just switching tasks. It's splitting attention. Even thinking about something else weakens your momentum. So before you start your 20 minutes, ask yourself a very simple question. What exactly am I focusing on for the next 20 minutes? Not studying. That's too vague. Try. Review biology chapter 3. Write 200 words of my essay. Read 10 pages of this book. Solve 5 practice problems. Notice how specific that is. Specific tasks reduce mental friction. Your brain relaxes because it knows exactly what it's supposed to do. Let me share a small example. I once had a student tell me, "I can't focus for more than 10 minutes. But when we switched to singular focus mode, choosing one tiny, clear task, they suddenly could. Why? Because their brain wasn't overwhelmed. It was guided. This one is big. For the Harvard method to work, those 20 minutes must feel protected, like a promise you made to yourself. Think of it like this. You're not trying to do your best work. You're not trying to finish anything. You're simply honoring the contract. 20 minutes, no distractions. If you want, you can even say it out loud. For the next 20 minutes, this is the only thing I'm doing. It sounds silly, but externalizing your commitment makes it real. A few tips to protect the time. Put your phone in another room. Close all unrelated tabs. Tell people around you you're unavailable for 20 minutes. Use a timer that shows you the time passing. It keeps you grounded. And here's the interesting part. Most people who start 20 minutes end up going 30 or 40 without even noticing. Because once you break through that resistance barrier, momentum kicks in. You're not forcing focus. You're allowing it. Now we get to a step most people skip. After the 20 minutes, you need a soft landing break. This is a short, intentional pause, usually 3 to 5 minutes, to let your brain reset. But it's not a dopamine break. So no social media, YouTube, games, TikTok, anything that spikes your attention. Why? Because if you reward your brain with high stimulation content after every 20 minutes, your focus sessions will slowly get weaker. Your brain will start doing the task just to get the dopamine reward afterward. We don't want that. Instead, soft landing breaks could be standing and stretching, getting water, walking around the room, staring out the window, journaling a quick note, breathing. Boring breaks keep your focus muscles strong. Think of it like lifting weights without cheating between reps, once you've got the rhythm. Start ritual gives 20 minutes, give soft landing break. You can stack these sessions depending on your day. For example, 1 20-minute session, great for beginners. 2 sessions, perfect for studying. 3 or 4, ideal for deep work days. And here's something people forget. You don't need massive 4-hour blocks to get real results. You need consistency. I've had days where I only did 1 20-minute session, and days where I did 4, and both felt like wins. Because at the end of the day, you're building a long-term skill, the ability to focus on command. Before we wrap up, I want to go over a few mistakes that can completely sabotage this method. Mistake number 1, treating the 20 minutes like a race. You're not trying to be fast. You're trying to be present. Slow is fine. Mistake number 2, changing tasks halfway. Even if the new task feels easier, stick to the original one. Task switching resets your focus meter. Mistake number 3, using your break for instant dopamine. This is the biggest reason people lose momentum. Avoid it if you can. Mistake number 4, expecting perfect focus immediately. You won't, and that's okay. The Harvard rule is about training, not perfection. Mistake number 5, forgetting the start ritual. This tiny step makes the whole process smoother. Don't skip it. So let's bring it all together. If you want to build unshakable focus, the Harvard 20-minute rule gives you a simple path. Create a start-only ritual, a tiny routine that signals your brain to shift into focus. Use singular focus mode. 1 task, clear, specific, no multitasking. Honor the 20-minute contract. Protect the time. No switching. No checking. Take soft landing breaks, short, low stimulation pauses that keep your focus strong. Stack the sessions, build momentum 1 cycle at a time. Do this for a few days and you'll feel it. Do it for a few weeks and you'll trust it. Do it for a few months, and distractions stop controlling your life. Look, if you constantly feel distracted or scattered, it doesn't mean you're lazy. It means your focus muscles need training. And this is one of the simplest, most realistic ways to rebuild them. So here's my challenge to you. Try just 1 20-minute session today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. And notice how much lighter it feels to start when the pressure to be perfect disappears. If you want more videos like this, simple tools that actually work, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, or let me know in the comments that you're giving the 20-minute rule a try. You've got this. And your future self will thank you for showing up today.